Hello, welcome back. It's really great to see you again after our 2-week break. Sorry for it, by the way, for those who did miss us. We missed you too, but we needed time with family. If you are new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe, turn on your notifications, and hit the like button. The like button pass for those who are new and those who are returning viewers. The likes really help us out, and leave a comment about what you think by the end of the video. So, we've got 2 weeks to catch you up on. And quite a few interesting things have happened in that time. We've been quite busy the last 2 weeks. And so to start off with, I learned a new job, something called Struckhacker. So that's really cool. So basically, it's basically a thorn bush is what they call Struck. That they call this thorn bush Struck. And you basically take like a modified hoe that's basically an axe head, but angled like a hoe, and you just go and hammer roots out the ground and rip these things out. It's really great. So in this clip you'll see I'm doing some like bigger bushes. Not all of it is as fun. Some of them are like super like yay big little bushes that are newly growing and you have to go and huck them out, and it's a little bit harder. So that's what I did. And then also I harvested honey a couple weeks ago. I'm going to do a separate video on that, but just so you know, that's what we did. That was like my first time experienced harvesting honey. My father-in-law, Stacy's dad, got a second like suit, which is really cool and it was really nice, and I had a lot of fun. Bees are really angry creatures, just thought you should know. So anyways, Stacy's going to take it over from here to explain her part, and then I'll see you all in a bit.
Okay, thank you so much. So also leading up to Christmas, I was doing a lot of cleaning. I do love and enjoy cleaning, so when my parents went away for, I think it was for like a whole day, and Jono was busy doing teaching and those kind of things, I had the whole house for myself, so I was enjoying myself cleaning the house. You can see myself there trying to clean spots on the wall, which was a mission because you have to climb upstairs and you climb up 2 tables because you don't do it very often, so you don't have like proper I guess tools, what you would call them. And so we always do, like I try to every year before Christmas clean the house, and after the rain that we had, it actually did make sense to clean the house and get rid of all the dust that had collected previously for the rain. So yeah, that was what we were doing. And then on what is the day called before Christmas?
There is no name. It's the Christmas Eve.
Christmas Eve, like the 24th. It was on a Sunday. We had my sister and my brother-in-law and their kids over, and we were having like a small family get together, and it was just amazing. The kids were unwrapping their gifts and they were very excited. My nephew got a slingshot from my parents, and he didn't even want to open any other gifts. He was just like happy with the slingshot. He went off, and Jono had to collect some clay balls for him so he could go and hunt, and he was just having fun hunting. But then also for Christmas, as you may remember from our previous video, Jono and I were working on a project for our nephew. So we built a barn for him to play with his tractor. So he has a John Deere tractor. I must mention it's a John Deere tractor. He loves anything green. He doesn't say it's green, it's John Deere color, so it's not even green. So yeah, so he was very happy with his barn and the tractor fit, which was a huge yay for us because we weren't sure if it, well, we did have the measurements, but yeah, with our talent and woodworking, if it wasn't for my dad, I don't know if he would have made it. So yeah, we finished that project as well. We had to varnish, sand it, and those kind of things. Yeah, so that was the Christmas holidays, and Jono is gonna explain to us what we did after Christmas. We went on a road trip.
And so we went on a road trip. It was really fun. We had to go to Asunción, which is the capital of Paraguay. It is about 5 hours drive away from the farm. So we left quite early in the morning, and I drove the first stretch. It was my first time driving long distance here in Paraguay. A lot of fun. We left in the dark on dirt roads. It was great, but we had a blast. Going up, it was my first time in inner city Asunción, and let me tell you, the traffic is chaos. So like, to put it in perspective, you know, it's kind of like, for those who are South African and who know these three cities, it's like Johannesburg, Cape Town and East London had a baby in terms of traffic. You had the capacity of Johannesburg, so that the amount of people of Johannesburg, all the one-way streets of Cape Town, and the awareness of East London drivers, because they drive like there's no one else on the road. So you have to be super aware. My mother-in-law did a really great job driving us around, though. We really appreciated it, very thankful. And we got to eat a lot of junk food. So where we stay, there's not a lot of junk food. All we have is lomitos here, like, and that's like, saying here is quite a statement. It's like an hour away to go get lomitos. So a long drive for that. So we went and we planned this. We gorged ourselves on junk food. So we arrived, we had McDonald's for lunch, we had pizza for dinner from
Pizza Hut.
From Pizza Hut, thank you.
Delivery.
We had Pizza Hut for dinner, and then when we left Asuncion, we swung through Burger King to get like our it was lunch till when we left. It was like a super late
like
lunch.
4 o'clock lunch.
Yeah. And then we were only there for one night, so we left here on Wednesday morning, spent the Wednesday night, did everything on Thursday, and then left on Thursday afternoon to come back. With the farm, you never want to be away for too long. So on Wednesday evening, we also went down to like their waterfront. So we found the coast in Paraguay. So basically there's a massive river that runs through Paraguay, and we decided, because where we were staying wasn't too far, so we grabbed an Uber, went down to the coast, to their boardwalk, and just really had a great time walking around, enjoying it. The sun was busy setting, it was absolutely beautiful. So we really had a great time down there. And there were these really cool little cart, like cycling cart buggy things that you could rent, like, and ride around. I think you could rent it for half an hour at a time. It wasn't too expensive. We unfortunately didn't have a whole lot of money with us. We didn't realize there'd be like so much to do because of the time we went down. But it was a beautiful sight. There was quite a few people, and they were getting ready for their New Year's celebration. So there was a stage being set up. There were some guys doing some football training on the beach. There was a group doing like dance rehearsals. But I'm not sure like if it was classes, like someone was teaching a dance class, like street dancing, or if it was like a group that was practicing a specific routine. So it was just a really cool sight to see down in Asuncion. And so that was the fun we had in Asuncion. Those were the fun things. And now for the business end of our trip to Asuncion, refer to my secretary, Stacy.
Yeah, so we, something Jono forgot to mention was that we on Wednesday also went to a market. Well, we first went to like for South Africans, maybe macro kind of like, and then we went to a different store, which is like, it's like multiple big buildings, and they, everyone is like, the building has, I don't know how it works, but there's like little stalls everywhere in the building. You never know who's the owner of which store. Like, it's just chaos. But you get like bulk stuff, like stuff in bulk for a lot of cheaper than we would get here in the stores. So my mom and friends always like to go there to shop for cheap. So we also went to a very, they call it Mercado Cuatro. If you like movies, there is a whole movie. It's called Siete Cajas, which is 7 boxes, and it's, I don't know, not my kind of style of movie, but it was like based on this market. And so it was very interesting to go there. I've been there before, but I didn't remember it being this intense. Like, it's like literally people's houses, and they, out of the garages, they built like little stalls. And the one place was very interesting. I happened to put the phone away just before we came to this one store, and there's this like cages of pets. There's like ducks, and I don't know what else was there with the ducks and rabbits, not rabbits, guinea pigs. And so as I said to Jono, oh, this is so interesting, let's record this, the lady slammed the door, so she shut the doors closed. So obviously wasn't very keen on us wanting to record that part. I assume it would probably be illegal to sell animals there. Yeah, so we then went on Thursday. We were meant to have an appointment at 10 o'clock, which is very late for us Paraguayans here. But anyway, we were in an Uber actually on our way, and then we got a message to say that, oh, we were running late, so please only come at 12. So now we were sitting in the Uber. I'm like, I don't know Asuncion very well, but let's take a walk around. So we went to where the destination was, and luckily for us, there was like, it was a, I don't know, would you call it like a business area, or like there was a lot of shops around in the area. So within walking distance, we found tech stores, we found sports shops. There was a whole shop with guampas and yerba, I mean guampas and thermoses and stuff, which was very rare. You don't see it often. And then Jono also, we found a coffee shop. So we had very nice cappuccinos. Jono really loved it, and I also enjoyed it. And from there, then we went for our appointment to get our fingerprints taken and our ID process started, which was very interesting because I'd never been to the main office of our identifications office. Because we normally can just do it here, like in town, which is like half an hour to an hour drive. But now this was like in town, and very blessed to have an agent that was helping us, so we didn't have to do it on our own. Like I would have been lost, but he took us there. He sat there with us. We happened to arrive just before lunch, so people that were on shift went for lunch early, and people that were supposed to change over from their shift and take over came late. So we were sitting there for like almost 2 hours. Just because of changeover and shifts and stuff. But once it was my turn, it was like 5 minutes and I was done. Then we went back to the agent's office, and we had Jono. They had I don't know how they do it, but they had someone come in to take Jono's fingerprints because he has to be added to the system and those kind of things. So yeah, and he had to take a picture, obviously. So it was very, very cool. He did really help us a lot. I don't know how other people do it on their own. I really don't know, but the agent was telling us that oftentimes people will try and do it on their own, and then they come to him 15 days later like, please, can you do it for us, we don't know what to do. So yeah, that was our experience. What else with our notes again sitting here? Yeah, we had some coffee, and that was a very good trip to town.
And to round off this video and to round off our year, a very exciting 2023 where a lot has happened for us. I mean, you know, we literally moved countries 3 months ago, which is absolutely crazy for me. Sometimes I still don't, like, it doesn't feel real that we're here and that we're going to be here for so long, and everything's looking really positive with those documents. So to round off our year, we went to a South African Bri to close off a New Year's Bri, which was really, really cool. So all those South Africans we've been bumping into all over the place, one of them, the ones that we saw at the Christmas market, the first Christmas market we went to, we got their number and they said, well, hey, there's this South African Bri, we do it every year on New Year's, why don't you come by? So we went there. It was a really great time. We had a lot of fun. We met a lot of new people, made a lot of friends, and had some really great conversations. I got to work on my Afrikaans. For those who have heard me speak Afrikaans, it's not necessarily phenomenal, but I think I'm getting better, which is funny because that's not a language I thought I'd improve here, was my Afrikaans. But really great meeting some other farmers, guys who also who immigrated here with not a lot and have had to build up. You know, some of them have been here for quite a long time. And so we met them, we had a really great evening. There was good music, amazing food. If you have not been to a South African Bri, I encourage you to go, because it's like you bring your own meat, but everything else is like communally brought and shared. We had salads coming out of our ears. Then came time for dessert. There was milk tart, malva pudding, ice cream, chocolate cake.
Was that apple tart?
There was an apple tart.
And a chocolate cake.
I said a chocolate cake already. We have
Oh, there was a
chocolate
dulce
cake.
de leche cake.
There was like a dulce de
whipped
leche
cream on
type
top.
cake. So like there was so much dessert. There were so many salads. There was so much meat, and it was just a really amazing time with just, you know, being back with some of the people from my own culture. So we closed off with that, and we left a little bit earlier. We had a long drive. The Bri was a bit far away, but it turned out to be a blessing, because as we were on the road on the way home, it hit midnight. It hit the New Year, and there were so many guys on the side of the highway shooting off firecrackers up into the air, and it was just so cool, because like we had this front row seat to some of the greatest fireworks shows ever. as we were driving home. It was a really beautiful time, and so that was how we spent our New Year's. So just to clarify, New Year's here in Paraguay isn't as big a thing as it is in South Africa. So like South Africans, there's always a Bri, there's always a party somewhere to
I mean,
celebrate.
the Costanera did get ready for a big celebration.
So in Asunción, the Costanera, that's where we went to, the coastline. The coastline of Paraguay. They had their, as I mentioned, their stage, but in general, here, like with the Mennonite culture, let me put it like that, they're not a party culture.
They just do like fireworks. And they have a bride.
But that's still the younger.
Yeah, it's the younger generation.
So
the other ones have to go to sleep because they have to get up early.
It's a newer thing now. So, yeah, we were on our way home. The fireworks went off. It was a really beautiful thing, and we had a great time. So we really hope you've enjoyed the video. That's been our last 2 weeks. We really hope, and we wish you all a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year and an amazing 2024 as we head into it. And good luck with the next few months of writing 2023 on every date that's supposed to be 2024. And thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, stick around. We will see you next week. If you're new, go check out some of the older videos. And yeah, have an awesome 2024. Bye-bye.
Bye.